diamonds for eyes and titanium thighs. He had the world by the mane, so we couldn't complain. And they called him John Bronco.
What do you think of when you think of America?
Blue jeans, big steaks, and John Bronco.
Who is your hero?
John Bronco, a very cool guy, yeah.
And who is the most famous person who ever lived?
Björk, of course.
Anyone after Bjork?
I don't know. John Bronco, probably?
It's so sad that he's gone now.
No. He still lives here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who was John Bronco? How did he have such a major impact on the world?
You welcome John Bronco.
How does a man who enthralled audiences over American airwaves for over 30 years just disappear?
When I tell people that I'm a John Bronco expert, a lot of times they're like, oh, John Bronco, was he the guy in the old Ford commercials, the spokesperson? And I'm like, well, not just a spokesperson. That'd be like saying, I can't believe It's Not Butter is just margarine, which I guess it is, but it's the most iconic margarine, and that's the reason why I brought up the margarine.
So how many commercials have you done over the years?
I'd have to say a couple of dozen at least.
Because that's all you have out there. Just you and your shoes.
Oh, man, what a move. But nothing compared to the stuff that John Bronco did.
Everyone in the spokesperson in the world looked up to John Bronco. I mean, he set the model for how you represent a brand.
This is the Micro Machine Man, presenting the most midget miniature motorcade of Micro Machines.
I mean, let's face it, I especially admire his cool, laid-back demeanor, which is a real influence on me and my style as a pitchman.
Can you say that again, but 10 times slower?
Nope. That would be like asking George Clooney to do something 10 times less attractive. I got one speed here, pal.
Now, the Ford archives are huge. We've got records going back to Model A, Model T, the Mustang, drawings of the F-150, everything that you could think of. But most of it is John Bronco stuff. So this is all John Bronco stuff, all John Bronco stuff. Got a bunch of his hats in here, a bunch of boots that he wore down here. This is the John Bronco stuff that can't be touched by light. Kind of spooky. Here we go. This is the first known photo of John. 1962. Look at that. Yeah, that's a real man right there.
I remember the first time I ever laid eyes on John. He was just a rodeo rider without a penny to his name, but I knew we were destined to be together.
From the time he started out in rodeo, John Bronco was considered a sort of Renaissance man. You knew he was destined for something special. It was just a matter of being in the right place at the right time.
The place was Baja, California. The time, 1965.
Modern-day gladiators prepare to battle against the rugged obstacles of the lower Californian peninsula. It is a race, but the course resembles a labyrinth designed by the devil himself.
Ford was bringing an as-yet unnamed vehicle to the race in Baja, and they wanted to win.
After World War II, both Jeep and International Harvester introduced a utility vehicle. But it was kind of like riding around in a tumble dryer. Ford had the idea to design a sport utility vehicle, one that could go to the grocery store 1 minute and off-road the next. And they figured that Baja would be the perfect place for them to test it out. Now, apparently, Lee Iacocca goes to his people and says, just get me the toughest son of a bitch in town. And it turns out the toughest son of a bitch in Baja that day was, in fact...
John Bronco.
Yeah, I was going to say John Bronco.
Oh, shit.
And out of the gate, it's the #1 rodeo rider, John Bronco.
Well, we were in Mexico for an event, and this guy from the Ford Motor Company comes up to me, and he goes, do you know any race car drivers? And I figured if anyone could do it, John could do it. John didn't even have a driver's license. I told him ride it like it's a horse, and that clicked for him.
And gaining as a newcomer in the Ford, I'm told his name is John Bronco.
I don't know if he even knew who he was racing or where he was going.
And the Ford is now passing the favorite Ken Stills for the lead. John Bronco is in the lead, and he ain't giving it up. Ford, Bronco at the wheel.
He drove non-stop, 36 hours.
And he won.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, John Bronco.
A new racing champion had been crowned, and the world was about to be introduced to John Bronco.
Tell me, how does it feel to win the most important off-road rally race in the world?
Are you shitting me, right?
I am not. You have just won the race.
No, like hell I did. No, you really won. So tell me, how does it feel to go from a nobody to a racing hero?
Well, I ain't no hero, but I ain't no nobody neither now. I'm just a country boy in dirty boots who's out there every day busting his ass trying to make a living.
Well, you must be exhausted after that grueling drive.
Well, you ever try to tame a wild buck? I work 5-day shifts, 14 hours a day on a factory floor.
Never done that.
Well, driving through the desert with no food or water don't scare you that much. It ain't shit compared to what the average working man does day in and day out. So if you about to give me a trophy or something, won't you keep it? Take it back to that fancy-ass country club you belong to. Let honest, hard-working Americans like me go eat some fudge. How about that? Huh? How about that?
That all struck a chord with the average Johnny, present company included. Except for the part where he said, eat some fudge. I think that was a heat stroke thing.
Eat some fudge! Eat some fudge! Eat some fudge!
The country went nuts for John's speech. I mean, it really hit a nerve.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest underdog stories of all time.
Excuse me, I didn't give you my sunglasses, did I?
I don't think so.
And to top it off, he did the whole race in reverse.
I got to go back and get him!
Actually beat his own time. Somehow he did it even faster.
People wanted to know who was this mystery man, and what was this mystery car he was driving.
Ford knew they had a big star in their hands, so you know what they did? They told John that they were going to name the car after him. Seemed pretty obvious to me. Bronco is a great name for a truck. And come to think of it, it was the perfect name for a rodeo rider. But that was his given name, John Bronco. It's called an aptronym. Like Cecil Fielder, the baseball player, or Jude Law, the judge.
You mean the actor Jude Law?
Is there an actor named Jude Law?
Yeah, he's very famous.
Oh. I guess I should have said Orlando Bloom, the florist.
That's another actor.
Really? What about Brad Pitt, the peach pie maker?
You're joking, right?
Absolutely not. You never saw that commercial?
Oh, hi. I'm Bradley Pitt, the peach pie guy. Come on down to the Peach Pit and get yourself some pie.
It's called the Peach Pit?
Yeah, why? The point is, Ford found his pitchman, and it was John Bronco.
Bronco. Bronco. Bronco. First four-wheel drive sports car. Blazing a new trail of excitement. The new Ford Bronco for 1966.
Hi, I'm John Bronco. I know a good horse when I see one. Now, this may not be a horse, but it sure does buck like one. So if you're looking for a horse that's a truck, this is it. The new Ford Bronco. I know it's not a real horse.
I'm a Bronco. Are you?
On the surface, it wasn't anything special. But then all of a sudden, the calls started coming in. Who is this country boy in dirty boots? Where'd he come from? Why is his boot so dirty? I don't know.
This chart right here is Bronco sales. This is right after the first commercial aired. And in this chart, up is good.
And so Lee Iacocca said, I want John Bronco in every commercial, on every billboard, in every radio spot I got. And when Lee Iacocca speaks, people listen.
Steak and potatoes may feed my body, but a Bronco feeds my soul.
Yeah!
Bronco the man and Bronco the car both became a sensation.
Be an American. Be a Bronco.
John Bronco, he was all over my TV set back then.
John was on TV like 10 times a day. We had to fly all over the world to do press. We spent a lot of time in Iceland, where the Bronco sold like hotcakes. Even today, they say Iceland is a place where the Bronco never died. I still get Icelandic underwear in the mail for John. Mostly women's.
The new Ford Bronco, 'cause Daddy wants a pony too.
Oh, he came up with so much stuff for them. They would just roll cameras and let him talk.
John starred in them, but I heard he directed them too.
This thing's tough. John Bronco tough.
He made me want to buy a Bronco.
What's the fun of being a Bronco if you can't share it?
John Bronco was a hit for Ford, but they soon learned that his talents didn't just stop at commercial acting. He even wrote a jingle for the car.
Mama, she named me Bronco, 'cause I'm tough as nails, there's no place I can't go.
I mean, everybody's jaw just hit the floor. Nobody knew he could sing.
And the track was so good, they released it as a single.
They were playing it everywhere.
John Bronco.
People were doing the Bronco all over the world. It was #1 on the Billboard chart for 3 weeks.
Normally, you get a celebrity to be your spokesperson. This was the first time a spokesperson became a celebrity. I mean, that just doesn't happen. It'd be like Colonel Sanders going on Jay Leno. You see what I'm saying? Do you get it?
Would you welcome John Bronco?
He did Carson. He did Laughing. He did Dick Cavett. He was everywhere.
I booked him 3 TV guest spots in 1 week. He's the first guy to ever do that.
Guys, I don't think they would wear this on the range, would they?
Only you could pull that off, Johnny.
We were living the American dream. We got married, moved into our dream house. We talked about having kids. Then he met Bo.
John and Bo met on the set of a movie she was doing. John had a small role as a lifeguard. The moment their eyes locked, it was instant chemistry.
Did you know he was married?
He was married? No, that definitely never came up. You know, I was young and just having fun, and I didn't think too much back then, so when I met a guy who also didn't think too much, the sparks flew.
And then he started dating Bo Derek. To me, it just seemed like John Bronco had the world by the plums. And this is after I had won 3 championships. I have to say, he's the only guy that I ever asked for an autograph.
John sent me a message from New York. It said, "The disco floor is calling these old boots to boogie." That was John's way of saying it's over.
The country boy in dirty boots had become a city slicker in a shiny jacket. Even worse, John started to focus on his own brand. He had a cologne, exercise tape, breakfast cereal, coloring book, Bronco Vision, an early video format competitor to VHS Betamax, and a video game, Baja John Bronco.
It was sold very much as a racing game, but it was, in fact, a taco assembly game. The goal and rules were both very confusing.
I only won once. I just made a pretty standard fish taco with mango salsa. The weird thing is, I had made that same taco once before and lost.
I thought it was great doing all those products. I mean, the cash was rolling in, but John was, his whole life was on the film set, you know? He couldn't take it.
What better way to spend your day off than having fun in a Ford Bronco? I don't catch frisbees, man.
I don't like frisbees because I don't like things coming at my face. I saw a man once who got his head chopped off with a frisbee. Yeah, cut it right off, just like that.
Well, what better way to spend your day off than having fun in the Ford Bronco? I told you I don't catch frisbees, man. I don't catch frisbees, all right? Take this thing here.
To alleviate some of the pressure of being the lead pitchman, Ford decided to have John co-star in a Ford Ranger commercial with college quarterback sensation Doug Flutie, and the results would haunt him forever.
You know, when it comes to being a champion, size isn't everything. Who knows better than Doug Flutie? The main thing is you gotta be tough, like the small-size Ford Ranger. Okay, go long. And the Ranger's cab is high and wide.
Hey, Doug! Can you do it again?
What do you want, another miracle?
Yes, I do!
Ford trucks, the best ever rest.
Doug Flutie had one of the best arms in football. That football was basically coming out of a shotgun.
Not only did the impact knock John unconscious, his face was messed up beyond recognition. John was put into a medical coma. That was rough.
He had to have plastic surgery. And by plastic, I mean an experimental surgery where they literally gave him a plastic face. He never aged past that day. Actually, now it's a pretty common surgery. Paul Rudd, Tom Cruise, Macaulay Culkin, they've all had their faces locked in. And me. I actually just celebrated my 91st birthday last week.
John's accident also delayed production of a new commercial for the recently announced Bronco 2. So against doctors' orders, he checked himself out of the hospital early to resume the campaign.
He was still out of it. I think he had a lot of drugs still left in his system from the hospital.
John pitched forward a bunch of ideas for the Bronco 2 commercial, even though he clearly had a little brain damage. And they rejected them all, so John rented a warehouse in San Pedro and shot it himself.
Push rod. Crankshaft. Spark plug. Bronco. Seat belts.
Bucket seat.
Bronco.
2.
Do it. Stop that. Bronco 2.
Ford trucks, the best ever rest.
Oh, the Bronco 2 commercial? What was that shit?
He didn't even show the f***ing car.
It was brilliant. A battle between light and dark, angels and demons. Kind of like my Nestle's Crunch commercial.
Crunches when it crunches. That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
Well, the Bronco 2 didn't take off like the original. It sold well in Iceland, though. Ideal for the rough terrain, and they like things that are a little off, you know?
Yes.
Anyway, the rest of the world, they didn't really get behind the Bronco 2. And a lot of people blamed John for that.
John Bronco began to question everything. His sense of self, his place in the world, and his decision to spend $475,000 of his own money on that commercial. He retreated from the public eye until 1995.
When you're in a slump, you gotta go back to the basics. For John, that was Baja.
I had a bad feeling about him going back to Baja. He wasn't in the right frame of mind to race that course.
John, it must be rather emotional to be here. I mean, after all, yesterday's big announcement.
Yeah, it is. What announcement are you talking about?
From Ford, that they'll be discontinuing the Bronco.
After 30 years and over 1 million Broncos sold, the iconic SUV will drive off into the sunset.
I'm sorry, am I just telling you this for the first time?
No. No. I knew that. And it's good.
John didn't know.
Did you think for a second that I didn't know? Yeah, I knew.
He definitely didn't know.
Everything there is to know about a Bronco, I know it.
Oh, yeah.
I get it all first, everything first.
At least I'm not the first to tell you about Bo Derek dating Doug Flutie then, right?
Yeah, I knew that too.
Bo had been seeing Doug Flutie. John had no idea.
And we'd been dating for a long time by then, and John was such a sweet guy, I just didn't know how to tell him. And that's why I got Doug to try to kill him with that football. I mean, what was I supposed to do? It was Doug Flutie, man. We were in love.
I think people thought that he already knew about the news.
Why?
But to tell him like that, live on air, that's a Chevy move. That's some GM shit.
Someone should have stopped him from getting into that car and running that race.
Weren't you his manager?
What's your point?
And it's John Bronco approaching mile marker 635, now falling back into 15th position. Bronco's got his work cut out for him if he wants to get back into this thing. Whoop, where'd he go? Let's go to a different angle here. This is odd. We seem to have completely lost a view of the truck. I'm sure we'll track him down. For now, let's cut back to Jeff.
But they never did track him down.
John Bronco has disappeared. At the Baja 1000, somehow he seemed to vanish into thin air. Now you see it, now you don't.
Sources say he was quite distraught when he took off in the race, something that has absolutely nothing to do with me or our interview right beforehand.
Where did Bronco go? A nation waits with bated breath for the return of a folk hero.
When the Ford Bronco died, part of John Bronco died.
So that was it for the Bronco, huh?
Yeah. Well, they did make one more commercial before that with John, but they never aired it.
Hit the road in the new Ford Bronco. Its spacious cab has plenty of room for when you and your passengers just need to get away. With best-in-class MPG, this baby can run for miles and miles. Plus, with pricing so low, it should be against the law.
When people think of the Ford Bronco, like the one beside me right here, they will always think of one guy in particular. Me, John Bronco.
Yeah, that never aired. Because he disappeared. So, timing wasn't right.
How is it possible to disappear in the modern world in front of thousands of spectators and hundreds of cameras?
It's like losing Santa Claus, you know? Or Chef Boyardee. Find John Bronco.
He was the last person on TV that you could actually believe. Why can't they find him? John Bronco is basically a dad to me. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, we weren't competitors, but we respected each other. I mean, I certainly didn't want to see him disappear.
If I'd known he was going to disappear, I never would have tried to kill him.
Never found his body.
Over the years, there were numerous accounts of John Bronco's sightings, but none were ever confirmed. If he was still out there, why couldn't he be tracked down?
Sure, sightings of John Bronco pop up here and there. You know, people claiming that they saw him breaking horses or driving by him on the highway.
I wish I knew where he was. I mean, Ford called me every week looking for the guy.
I got this in the mail the other day. It says, John Bronco is alive in Iceland. They don't mean that literally, of course.
Or did they?
John Bronco is alive in Iceland.
John Bronco died.
Iceland is a place where the Bronco never died. Alive in Iceland.
He still lives here.
Are you serious? Is she pointing at his f***ing house? How the f*** did people not know about this? What the f***? He's been there for years. Oh my God. That's... Can I keep this? Can I keep the iPad?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hello. Do you speak English?
No. No. No, speaking the English.
Excuse me, hold on. Do you know a John Bronco? Does he live around here?
No, he didn't know. No, go away.
Wait, why did your accent just... Why did we find this mail addressed to John Bronco in your mailbox?
Oh, damn. All right, you got me. It's me. It's John Bronco.
It is you?
Yeah, it's me. Ow, damn, this house is small. Y'all come on in.
Okay.
Should I sit right here?
let's begin at your ending, I guess.
Well, that's always a good place to start.
So how did you actually disappear from Baja?
Well, a magician never reveals his secrets.
You just dig a big hole and drive into it, or?
God, you guys are good. God! Yeah, that's what I did. You got me. I dug a big hole and I drove right into it. Next.
Let me ask you the big question. I mean, why are you here? What made you leave?
Well, I just got tired of the roller coaster, man. The whole fame game. I just had to step off that train.
So I guess we're not going to be seeing you in any of the commercials for the new Bronco.
What?
Ford's bringing back the Bronco.
Take me. What? I just have to get my go bag. Now, do they have a pitch man yet? Huh? Because I've been coming up with all kinds of ideas out here. All kinds of ideas. I mean, I've been thinking of some gems, you know, kind of like how Fjord and Ford sound alike. Like hop off the Fjord and into a Ford, you know, something like that. I ain't got it all worked out, but that's what I'm thinking, you know. Here we go. Tell me on the way to the airport. Let's go.
John Bronco is back. He was found in
The
Iceland.
beloved pitchman is slated to return to the States sometime tomorrow. A homecoming is planned at Ford headquarters in Dearborn, Michigan to celebrate the icon's return.
With the new Bronco in the works, the people at Ford were eagerly awaiting John's return.
This has changed. I can't believe anybody'd keep all this stuff. Wow. Look at there. Yeah, it don't look anything like me. Wait a minute.
Look
That's
familiar?
my girl. I know her. I know this old girl right here. This is really something, y'all. This is something else, ain't it?
How would you like to take a look at the new Bronco?
Well, sure.
All right. It's right through here. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. No camera crews allowed in here. This is for John's eyes only. So, here it is, John. The brand new Bronco.
Holy f***ing shit! God damn! That is a bona fide ass kicker right there. Look at that.
Sure is.
Holy balls. You really went with the classic design?
Yep.
Like a moon vehicle meets a goddamn horse is what it is. Now, there's a 2-door and a 4-door.
That's right.
Shut your butts. And who's this little guy right here? Look at you. You sporty little f***er. It's almost like this Bronco gave birth to that Bronco. I thought for sure you would this up, but goddamn, man. Oh, y'all, this just brings back so many memories. Can I touch it?
No, actually, John, you can't. This is just a clay model, so I really wouldn't.
Just let me have this moment.
No, John, no, John, please, no!
So, how was it?
Not bad. It was classic, but modern. Well done. It was good to see.
Any weird stuff happening there?
Yeah, I kissed a little bit. In the front and the back, on the side.
Does being back here make you regret leaving?
Regretting leaving? No, I don't regret leaving. I just, maybe I regret being gone for so long, you know? I mean, maybe I could have been gone for a couple of weeks, maybe, you know, like a month, maybe. I don't know, maybe like five weeks, something like that. But coulda, shoulda, woulda, you know? That's just the way that the cookie crumbles sometimes. It just, I made some mistakes, that's for sure. And I might have some regrets of being gone for 25 years, you know, living in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I love the Ford Bronco. Man, it changed my life. And being back here is like, it's like coming home. And I let a lot of good people down. A lot of people. But one person in particular, that was one that was always there for me. I sure would like to see her again.
I mean, I miss him. I wish I'd gotten to see him one more time.
What John didn't know is that the crew had already arranged for a special someone from his past to be in Dearborn that very day.
What about this? You hop off a fjord and into a Ford. Maybe instead of seat warmers, you do seat coolers, you know, something to keep your ass cold.
John?
What's she doing here?
They told me you were alive. Well, come here, John. Just a hug for old time's sake.
You got to get this woman away from me.
I love you!
She's got a Ford!
I want to wear your skin!
Get her away from
John,
me! Get her!
I just
Get her!
want
Get
to
her!
wear you.
Get her!
Did you get the blood I sent you? It was big file.
Get away from me!
We belong together, John!
We don't belong nowhere!
I love you!
I don't love you! Keep going! Why'd you bring my stalker here?
Stalker? I thought that was your wife.
No, it wasn't my wife. That woman's crazy now. I've had a restraining order against her for years.
Who were you talking about when you said you missed someone?
Bo, man. Obviously, I was talking about Bo Derek. Who you think? Bo, f***ing Bo, man. Bo. Is Bo coming?
No, she didn't want to do this.
Hey, John, why don't I walk you through what we're thinking for the new campaign?
They offered him the whole kit and caboodle. Face of the campaign. Everything he always wanted.
I just need to go outside.
Oh. Take your time.
Maybe it's like they say. You can't go home again. You can't put together all the pieces exactly like they used to be. But maybe you can make something new from the memories of the past. Maybe that's enough. Just to know that you haven't been forgotten.
Truth is, I've always been a wild horse, and I'm always gonna be a wild horse, but I'll always be John Bronco.
I don't know where John went. Again, Ford called and said that the original Bronco was missing from the museum.
Watch this move right here. Watch it, watch it. Mama, she named me Bronco, 'cause I'm tough as nails. There's no place I can't go. Yeah, I'm tougher than a head of honcho, 'cause I stick it to the man, 'cause I'm Bronco. It's coming right at you. It's as thin as a piece of paper and it could hit you in the face. I like to see things when they're coming. I can't see a fridge.
Okay, let's see. There's John Hamm the Butcher. There's Nicolas Cage, the zookeeper. There's Sean Penn, the calligrapher. Yeah, he invented that F with the little thing on the end of it.
This one didn't sell well because the fudge there looked like two kind of weird pieces of shit.
Seats so soft you'll get a thank you from your ass. My mama.
I even remember the first thing he said to me that day when I met him. He said, "What's my line?"
When I do something, I do it with a gusto. John